Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is Benjamin, and welcome to another GameMaker tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to take a platform game like this and add a stretch and squish to the character. So he stretches when he jumps, and he flattens down and squashes when he lands. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Let's get started. Just a heads up before we get started, there is a blog version of this tutorial, so check the link in the description for that if you would rather read it instead of watching it. Okay, the first thing you're going to need to do is go into the description and double click on the link there. You should be able to get access to this file right here, which is platformer.gmz, and you'll need to download that and then double click on this file. GameMaker should open it. If you already have GameMaker open, you'll need to import this file because it's a compressed GameMaker project. The first thing you'll notice is that we have just a standard platformer project here. Double click on the object player to open it up. Go into the create event, and we're going to add two new variables here. Draw X scale, we'll set it equal to 1. Draw Y scale, we'll set that equal to 1 as well. Press OK. We're going to use those variables to alter the player's visible scale without altering the player's collision scale. Next, go into the step event, double click on the code action, and inside this section of code right here with the jump key, we're going to stretch the player. Set draw Y scale equal to 1.5 and draw X scale equal to 0.75. Now we need to calculate the landing. Scroll down to the bottom. The logic that I decided to use for detecting a landing was simple two questions. Those two questions are we on the ground right now? And were we in the air in our previous location? If the answer is yes, then we know that we just landed and we need to squash the player. So we're going to use place meeting to answer those two questions. If place meeting x, y plus 1, object solid, and not place meeting x, y previous plus 1, object solid. Move this up real quick. Add in our brackets. And now we're ready to set the squash. So draw Y scale equals 0.75. Draw X scale equals 1.25. Press the check mark. Now we need to add an event, a draw event, draw, go to control, drag over a code action. We're going to use draw sprite ext. For most of the values, we'll just pass in the default values. Sprite index, image index, x, y. However, for the scale, we'll use our draw scale variables. Image angle, image blend, image alpha. There we go. If you run the game right now, you'll see that our character does stretch and squash. However, he doesn't return back to his normal scale. Open up the step event. And just before the code that we wrote for the landing, we're going to have the character return to normal scale. For this, we're going to use a built-in easing function called lerp. Draw X scale equals lerp. Draw X scale 1.1. Draw Y scale equals lerp. Draw Y scale 1.1. 1. Lerp stands for linear interpolation. It will move this value 10% of the way towards this value every single step. The way I like to remember it is the first value right here is going to be your updated value. This value right here is your current value. This value is your target value. And this is a decimal representation of the percentage that you would like to move. Press the green check mark, run your game again, and you should now have a proper stretch and squish with your platformer character. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, favorite, and share this video on Twitter and Facebook or wherever, and I will talk to you guys later.